special guest five-time Western Southern Open champion, Roger Federer. I know we're not allowed to play favorites, but might he be yours? Yeah! Roger, you've accomplished so much in the sport, but another milestone today. Do you know that the first time ever on ATP World Tour, 300 Masters 1000 victories. It's a category you've really supported a lot. Why are the 1000 so important?
I guess they're the backbone, of the tour, together with the World Tour finals at the end. Our big World Tour finals was the top 8 players, and then after that we have the 500s and the 250s, and that's the majority of the tour for us. I know a lot of people talk about the Grand Slams, and we care dearly about them, but the majority of the tournaments are Masters 1000s, 500s, or 250s. And we have a certain obligation to play the 1000s, and that's why I think they are so popular. That's why the people show up, because they know the best players will most likely play. I have a few exempts because I've been on tour for a very long time, so I don't have to always play, but I choose to because they're very prestigious and I love playing them, so I'm happy I'm here.
Well, that's a nice segue into a trivia question, so we're going to put you on the spot. 14 years ago, you won your first match in a Masters 1000. Do you remember who was against?
Oh, 14 years ago.
14 years ago. I'll give you a hint. It was in Miami.
It's not against you, is it?
It is.
Was that my first win?
That was your first one.
Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
And in the ensuing 14 years and 299 Masters 1000 wins, our careers have gone different ways. But those are the milestones. And
you're in a suit now, at
least.
I'm
in a suit, and you're in the suit that you should be in. Stefan Edberg.
Right.
What is the best part of having your childhood idol as your coach?
Well, just having him around. Quite simple as that, just hearing him talk about tennis day in, day out, and then also just talk about life, because he's been away from tennis for 15 years, basically, raising his kids and doing other things than tennis. So I think he's got a really unique perspective on the game, but one of a champion, of a legend, and of being my hero. So he can't be he's no substitute. There's nobody else that can fill the role that he can, really, for me. So I'm very pleased that he's on the tour, and I think a lot of people and sort of fans and press are happy to see him again as well, because he's a super nice guy, and I'm happy also the results are back, also thanks to him being on my team now.
There's a convergence in tennis now, both on the men's and women's side, where you have the established stars and you also have the rising stars meeting. It makes for a very exciting time in the sport, and we just saw one of the rising stars right there in Vasek Pospisil. He's got a lot of talent.
Yeah, there's always going to be talent in our sport, so that's great, And now the problem is the way the tour is set up. The point, there's no more bonus points like that was the case when we were basically playing. When you beat a top guy, you get extra points. That doesn't exist anymore. So now the big points really are from semis on. Quarters is kind of okay, but it's really very right side of the draw heavy, and that is tough for a young player to do, to back up wins after wins after wins. But I think that everybody's getting much more fit than usually is in their prime at around 25 now, rather than being at the prime at 22. So I think things have changed around a bit, but because of the way now the top 10 has been shuffled around through the win of Wawrinka, some injuries with Del Potro and Murray, I think it's quite an interesting sort of next 6 months to a year we have ahead of ourselves.
Well, you've been serving exceptionally well when you got to the finals of Wimbledon, the finals last week in Toronto. 6 aces today, 69% first serve percentage. But the stat that you've been leading all year on the ATP World Tour, second serve points won, 58% on the year, you're number one. But today, 81% of your second serve points. You won more on your second serve than you did on your first 75. How's that possible?
Not good. That's not good. Or is that good?
Well, 75 is okay. 81 is maybe the best stat of the year for second serve in a 3-set match.
Sometimes you have these matches where the matchup just works well, against a certain player with the kick serve and all that stuff. But I agree, 81% is very good. It's too high. Pospisil should be unhappy about that.
Okay.
I should be extremely happy, because tomorrow it won't be like that anymore.
Is there any one shot that is most important to you that correlates to your success?
Well, I think points won on second serves is a combination of, your second serve, do you trust it, do you have variation in it, and can you attack even your first shot after the second serve, and what you got, also I think the reaction and reading the plays. Of course, everybody's really close in that department. A few percent here and there don't change always the outcome, but over a year it makes a difference. So I believe in second serves. You're only as good as your second serve. I think maybe Pete Sampras once said that, and I truly believe that as well.
What about the new racket? How is that helping you?
Well, I think I have a bit more margin on my serve in particular. I think I have more spin and more air on it, a bit more pop as well on it. So I think it's helping well on the serve. I guess overall I'm still looking for that perfect rhythm a bit from the baseline still, but then again, here in Toronto we're extremely fast. You can't expect to make no errors, so that's something you just got to accept. But I think every week that goes by, I'm playing better and better.
Well, you've won this tournament 5 times. Things have changed as the years have gone along. Your entourage has gotten much bigger. 4 children now here with you in Cincinnati. How are they doing?
They're doing great. Are they entourage? I mean, they're more family.
The whole group. But with them comes an entourage.
Right.
I assume you might have a little bit of help in the nanny department.
Otherwise, Mirka, couldn't be watching the matches. And they're having a great time. They went to Kings Island today, and they're having a great time. We love Cincinnati. The sort of this week in between, not having to be in the big city like in Toronto or New York. It's this more downtime week for us. Where it's really a lovely week. I really got to enjoy this week very much.
Do you feel stress? I see a little sweat there. I'm sweating more than you
are.
are.
Sweating more than I am.
We couldn't be more. We couldn't be more different in that way. But you seem to manage the stress and the pressure and all the things that go along with being an icon in stride in a way that we haven't seen in the sport. Is that genetic?
No, I don't know. I mean, my dad's pretty restless.
Chill.
No, he's
really?
He looks chilled out, but
I
he's
thought
a bit
your mom
restless.
was the more intense one.
I think that's a bit of a.
I don't get women.
No, but things are. I don't see why to panic about things as long as you sort of enjoy yourself and you're organized. For me, there's no reason to sort of run away from this desk. If I spend 4 more minutes, that's okay. I'm enjoying it.
I assume you'll probably sign there are only a few autograph possibilities.
If they ask nicely.
So the rest of your evening. So you now play the winner of a match that hasn't played yet. Monfils, Bautista Agut. They play late tonight. Will that factor into your night plans? Are you one of those guys that enjoys watching a match like that and scouting it a bit?
I'll try to watch some of it, if possible. Especially because I think it's a tough matchup for me. I've lost to Monfils last time we played in Shanghai, and Bautista Agut, I've never played against him. So from that standpoint, tomorrow's going to be a particular match. I don't know if it's going to be day or night yet. Maybe that's something you know, or
you have more pull than I do.
Well, but so it's the draws. It's not out yet, the schedule. But anyway, so that's something we're going to look forward to. And then I got to go to press conference, I had massage at one point. I got to make a couple of sponsor visits, so it's kind of a busy.
Change a couple diapers.
Well, that's then afterwards. Put them to bed, read a story, bathe them. So it's a busy night.
Catch up with your wife. I mean, it's a busy to-do list.
Yeah, it's a huge to-do list.
Well, we appreciate you spending time with us.
Of course.
Here's a man in a lot of demand, Roger Federer.
Okay.
Always so generous and magnanimous with his time. He's a fan favorite here and everywhere that he goes.